everyone. As you can see here, Mount Etna erupted in Italy. We have some great photos here, high definition. This is one of many active volcanoes around the world. Quite a fireworks display. I would keep an eye on other volcanoes in that area. There's obviously pressure in the region as our core continues to heat and the Earth's magnetics continue to change. We are experiencing earthquakes and volcanoes and 75-degree weather in February in the States, and all these weird weather anomalies much more frequently. As you can see, there's many more pictures here. Here are the satellite images. There's currently a plume of soot and smoke that is moving in an eastern direction. So if you are in this area right here, expect your weather to be affected by this. I'll be reporting updates as they come in. This is, just happened within the last 24 hours. So we're waiting for more news. Is it a coincidence that there was also an earthquake on the 20th in Italy? So this volcano is preceding a magnitude 4 earthquake. A light earthquake with a magnitude of 4 was detected on Monday, 3 kilometers, 2 miles from Montreal in Italy. There was no tsunami warning issued. But is this earthquake and this volcano connected by any chance? And could these be signs of what's taking place under the earth in this area? I'll leave you to decide, but it's been 1 week, and we also had these earth-facing sunspots, as you recall last week if you stay up to date. And they have been, for the last couple days, they have been impacting the Earth. So, then we had, as it says here, minor earthquake detected near Fairview in Oklahoma. March 1st, this just happened within the last 2 hours. And I found this interesting article. Geophysicists concerned as Oklahoma's earthquake total surpasses California's. This is from July 11th, 2014. Frequent rumbling tremors beneath the earth may be a common occurrence in California, but Oklahoma has now surpassed the state in the number of earthquakes felt this year, a trend that is surprising geophysicists and raising concern. It is actually very surprising to us as well, Pasadena, California-based U.S. Geological Survey geophysicist Elizabeth Cochran said. Between 1975 and 2008, only an average of 2 earthquakes with a magnitude of 3.0 or greater would occur each year in Oklahoma. That's 33 years. Since 2009, the number of quakes has climbed exponentially, and there are no signs of slowing. There has been a dramatic increase in that time, Cochran said. We're seeing a very steep increase, with 183 quakes occurring in a 6-month period. Between October 2013 and April 2014, 183 earthquakes occurred with a magnitude of 3.0 or higher and continued to occur with an average depth of 3 miles. Between 1975 and 2008, a total of 40 earthquakes with a magnitude of 3.0 or greater occurred, according to the USGS study. Cochran said the rate will continue to climb in the future based on the current data. So, in 33 years, there was a total of 40 earthquakes. And in 6 months, there was 183. And that number is climbing exponentially, and this was a few years ago. Cochran said the rate will continue to climb in the future based on their current data. Changes in pressure near faults in Oklahoma that surpass the fault's critical pressure threshold are likely the cause of the seismic activity surge. The cause for this increase does not appear to be natural and has likely been induced by fluid injection, part of the crude oil and gas industry's disposal of wastewater through the creation of wastewater wells. That is ridiculous. The injection of wastewater fluids deep into the ground can lubricate existing dormant faults and change the stress and pressure of the fault, leading to increased seismic activity, Cochran said. These quakes tend to be shallower, she said. At this point, we do not think this is a natural variation. According to recent research study Cochran cited, not only has the rate of occurrences increased, but the rate in which the earthquakes have the potential to ignite other quakes. There is a fundamental change in the seismicity, and statistically they differ from natural earthquake sequences, she said. This is all BS. What they're saying is that they're seeing patterns that they've never seen before, and they have no explanation for them other than to make this theory that it's being caused by water, which is ridiculous. The water table is under the ground. That's where a huge deal of the water lies, as well as oil. So them to try to cite water as being the cause, the culprit of this, that's all fine and dandy, but what explains the other, million earthquakes that are happening around the globe? Are they all water too? Like, this is the most ridiculous theory I've ever heard in my life. While there are currently a number of studies being conducted on the increased activity in Oklahoma, earthquakes caused by injection tend to occur more frequently in areas than they once did, have a shallower depth than tectonic quakes that occur at the basement rock, along with epicenters in proximity to wastewater wells, she said. These are the key things you look at, Cochran said. Fluids may run into a fault and decrease the strength of that fault, essentially allowing it to slip. According to Cochran, there are thousands of wastewater injection sites across the state and many more across the country, but understanding the physics behind why some areas have seen dramatic increases and others have not depends on understanding a variety of variables. This is a bunch of BS. This is ridiculous. This is what they tell the sheeple when they see something that they've never seen before. They make these theories up, and this theory that water is causing earthquakes is preposterous. This is ridiculous. And then they try to hit us with, but understanding the physics behind why some areas have seen dramatic increases and others not depends on the understanding of a variety of variables, which means that there's all types of theories. All these variety of variables are theories. Physics they throw in there to make it seem like it's complicated theories. Cochrane said the rate in which ejection occurs, the volume of fluid injected, and the existing state of the geology may all play a role. They don't know what's going on, and they don't know their rear ends from a hole in the ground, obviously. But this is the crap they feed us. They know that the magnetics of the Earth is changing, and the inner core is heating up. That's why there's 75-degree days in the middle of February, as it was here in the northeastern U.S. The past couple days, it was 75 degrees the other day. In February, it's usually 0 here. But regardless, as it said, these are increasing exponentially. So this was a few years ago. The number has, just dramatically risen since then. I'm not even going to continue reading this crap, but I thought that you guys would find it interesting, and